So you're just in time for another eBay unboxing. And this almost didn't happen. It was almost not possible. Why? Because, well, my mailman, my favorite mailman, I love him. We've had him for over 15 years, told me the other day when I was talking to him, because we chit chat. And he, by the way, I give him $100 tip every year for Christmas. So he likes us, if you know what I mean. We're in, we're in. And so he warned me that he's retiring soon. And he said, the shit's about to hit the fan. And I said, well, why? And he said, because all the subs that they have that do the job when he's on vacation suck. Yes, he told me they suck. He said they're the laziest bastards he's ever met. They don't want to do their job, and they do it like really slow. So when he gets the route done in a few hours, they might take freaking 8 hours to do the same route. You follow? All right. So they walk like little cotton pickers. And so he warned us about, he's not going to be around for very much longer, and he's going on vacation. So he's on vacation. And what happened? So the Karen in me, the inner Karen in me, I had several packages waiting to be delivered, and they were out for delivery all day long. 5 o'clock rolls around, no packages. Well, Steve's always here by about 3:15. It's 5 p.m. Where's my fucking packages? And at 5:30 rolls around, still says out for delivery on the tracking. No packages. So I called up the 1-800 Ask USPS, whatever the fuck number is, and they couldn't help me. So then I looked up my local post office, which they don't give you the phone number for, by the way, because they don't want you calling and bitching. And I actually, with my high intelligence and high IQ, I was able to figure out the phone number. And I called up and the postmaster answered. And I said, where the fuck is my packages? No, I didn't say that. I was very polite. And she says, oh, they're done for the day. I said, oh, no, they're not done for today. I have heart medication that was supposed to be delivered today. And I know it's a bit of a lie, it never hurts to say a little white lie. And I said, if I don't get this heart medication today, I might end up in the ER. And she says, oh my God. All right. I'm going to get the guy that was just about to clock out, that didn't deliver anybody on your block's mail today, including packages. And we'll have him deliver your packages. And so I got my way. And so let's see. Let's check out the heart medicine. And fuck that shit, right? They're supposed to deliver our mail. So if I didn't call up, my whole entire block and all the blocks around me wouldn't have gotten their mail today. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that, right? We pay good money to get our items shipped to us. And so let's see. All this hullabaloo and me going Karen or Postal, as they say. Let's see. Let's check out the heart medicine. All right. So I spied this with my little eye. Somebody listed this on eBay. Oh, wow. They put in pretty nice gift boxes. And so they had it on there. Pretty much opening bid. I think it was $75 for each one. And it actually said make an offer. So I made an offer of, I always throw a low ball in there because this person said, cleaning out my grandmother's drawer, don't know what these things are. And so I figure, ooh, they don't know what it is. I'll give a low ball offer, offered $30. She counted me back at 50. Her opening bid was 75, and there was 8 watchers on it already. She had just listed it, 8 watchers on each of these items. I figured if I don't move quick with the make an offer, they're going to actually bid. The opening bid is 75. So let's go ahead. And then I took those counter offers of $50 each. And what did I get? We'll see in a moment. So let's check out the heart medication. And I know it was a little bit of an underhanded thing of me to do, but fuck that shit. He's supposed to deliver the mail, you lazy cocksucker. Excuse my language. And all right, so we got one. And let's check it out. And you're like, oh no, not another cameo. Yes, another cameo. Because when I see them, and I know they're really old, I like the old ones. I like the ones that were made pre-1920, if you know what I mean. So I always look for the ones from 1920 and before. The older, the better, of course. So we got heart medicine pill number 1. Let's open up the other heart pill. And, oh, I was opening the box in the wrong direction. As you can tell, I'm not as swift as I may proclaim. And not as high IQ as I proclaim. All right, let's go. And we got some tape. Let's get rid of the tape. All right. I mean, can you imagine? Nobody was going to get their mail. And my daughter was like freaking out. She was supposed to get her paycheck in the mail. And she texted me before all this. And she's like, did my mail come? Did the mail come? My paycheck. I'm really waiting on that paycheck today. And I made it possible. So heart medicine pill number 2 is this one. So let's take it out of the, whatever, and check it out. So as we speak, I see that poor dejected mailman, sub, he's not a real mailman, he's a temp. And that temp worker is really, really walking around like Eeyore with his head down and his tail between his legs. Because now, while he's here, he has to deliver all my neighbor's mail. So I'm the hero of the block. All right, so let's check out Cameo number 1, heart pill number 1, and heart pill number 2, if this damn camera will focus. There we go. And you can see these are really gorgeous. And I got them for a freaking steal. Yes, a steal. So we got Cameo or heart pill number 1, which happens to be, who is this? Psyche. Yeah, Psyche. And I did a story about Psyche before. So if you watch my channel, you'll know all about the story of Psyche, how she became a mere mortal into a goddess. And you can check out my other videos, because I don't think any of you give a rat's ass really about Psyche. So let's check out this carving. And this is a nice, let's check this out, high relief carving. Is this your best cameo? The answer is no. Because the best cameos would, I don't know, be like 20 times better than this one. But this is actually a good cameo. And for 50 doll hairs, this is an even better cameo. And so what I like about it is, let's check out the hair. And you can see these tendrils. If my camera, piece of shit that it is, will focus. And there we go. We have all these tendrils coming down. And we have, what I like is the different colors going through this. She has pearls around her neck. And she has the wings in her hair. Don't know if you can see that. That's butterfly wings. And really cool. Let's check this out. Sometimes these are marked. Sometimes they're not. This also turns into a convertible, so it can be worn as a pendant as well as a brooch. And I'm trying to get this out, but my hooker glove, there we go. My hooker glove is giving me snafus. So now you can hang this from a chain. And let's check out the closure to find out how old this is. Okay, so I'm going to date this about 1910. Right about 1910, maybe even slightly earlier. This does not look like 1920s, although this is an early safety catch. Don't know if you could see that. Generally, these were popular into the 30s and on as well. But this is an early safety catch. Round hinge. Again, round hinges probably came into fashion around the 1890s and on. So if it was a actual, I think they call it a tube hinge, which is shaped like the letter T, it would have been earlier. But this is actually old, and you can see the back is really in good shape, no cracks. Very important when you collect cameos. And this is probably gold-plated. I'm going to say this is probably about 10 to 12 karat gold-plated. I've collected enough of these to know that most of these are gold-plated. So now heart pill number 2. Let's check it out. And we have a Bacchante. Bacchus was the god of wine and orgies and partying. And a Bacchante would have ivy leaves in her hair, just like the god Bacchus would, and grapes. And so you see, if this camera will focus, it does not want to focus because it's a bastard. Let's go ahead and check that out. She has some grapes hanging in her hair. We have the tendrils, a nice, beautiful pearl necklace, really, really high relief. Look at that. That's a beautiful profile, a straight nose. Generally, the 1920s and up would have a upturned, shorter pug nose. You're actually taking a look at this and saying, okay, this is probably about 1900. And we have an early safety catch. And we have the round hinge. We have the convertible, so it will hang from a pendant. There we go. And so what are these worth? What are these valued at? Let's see. These are decent size. And let's actually check it in the palm of my hand. I sort of feel bad for the mailman in a way. I didn't mean to be such a bitch. But, I mean, look. I mean, you got to deliver the mail. It's a Wednesday. I could see if it was a Sunday, that's a different story. All right, so look how beautiful and clean they are now. I actually cleaned them, and what I found out was that they are 10 karat gold on the front and 10 karat gold filled on the back. Now, I noticed with older pieces, they actually used to use two different kinds of metals or three different kinds of metals to make cameos back in the olden days. Now, the more I look at these, the more these are about 1900 to 1910. You have these gorgeous little pendant pieces right here that you can attach to a necklace. And you can see these are really, really high quality cameos. Not your best, not your most valuable, not the oldest, but actually for a beginner is a really good cameo. You can't beat it. For two cameos, $100, $50 a piece. Thank goodness the lady actually gave me a counter offer because 8 people just started to watch it. It was just listed, and there was no way in hell I was going to let anyone steal my treasure from me. And I always start out with a low ball. I figure a low ball offer, they'll counter me, and they'll come back at me with a little bit higher. Generally, sometimes they don't take the bait. It's not always, guaranteed or written in stone. I'm trying to show you the back. Now you can see that it's clean. Look how nice it is. And so what we have here is, again, we have a Bacchante. Actually, nope, this one is Psyche, the goddess of the soul. And this one is a Bacchante, follower of Bacchus. And generally what these would sell for is about, now not on eBay. I am going to tell you right now, if you think these prices will actually ever reach what I'm telling you on eBay, I have a bridge to sell you called the Brooklyn Bridge. I wouldn't sell these for less than $375 to $450 a piece if I had an Etsy shop still, which I don't. I no longer sell online. Or Ruby Lane. Ruby Lane's another one. Ruby Lane actually gets the prices, but on eBay, never in a million years will you see these cameos, although quite nicely carved. You can see the carving is gorgeous. Will they sell for that high? Why? Because I'm not putting anybody down. Trust me, I'm a shopper on eBay. But because everybody is looking for bargains on eBay. eBay is bargain city. Now, values are subjective. Now, why should you never, ever, ever look for the values of things that sold on eBay to get an estimate of the value of your item? Because in this instance right here, someone will see an ended listing, completed, sold for $50. And they will think, oh, they're worth $50 each because that's what they sold for. No, because on eBay, it's the home of the bargain, home of the sleeper. A lot of sellers don't know what they're selling. And so what'll happen is they'll list something for really cheap that because they don't know much about it, put shitty descriptions, put it in a bad category, or they'll just take poor photos and then the items will sell for really cheap. So never, ever, ever go to eBay for comparables. eBay is wrong. Now, someone like Dr. Lori will come along and say, well, it's what it sold for. Well, Dr. Lori would probably say, oh, well, this cameo sold for $10 on eBay last week. So that's the value of your cameo comparable. No, Dr. Lori, it's because some people just don't know how to list things properly on the internet, and the prices will be very low. But if you put this on Ruby Lane or Poshmark or even Etsy, it will sell for a hell of a lot more. It might sit around for maybe 6 months, a year, even possibly 2 to 3 years, but eventually you will get your price. And I really find eBay pricing or awful for finding out the values of collectibles. So what have we learned today? We learned that antique prices are subjective. What one website will sell something for, another website will get an increased value by sometimes as much as 10 times the value you'll see on one website. Pretty much what somebody's willing to pay for something is what they're willing to pay for it. So if someone from Beverly Hills comes along and says, oh, I really like these, yes, I will pay $375 for each one, they will. And I've had that in my Etsy shop where I've placed a price tag on some of my items. Say it was worth $300, I put a price tag of $500 on my items, and guess what? People with Beverly Hills addresses would pay the full price for my items without balking, without complaining. And there you go. So I hope you learned something, that I went postal today. I needed my heart pills, got my heart pills. Thank goodness. Now, I didn't mean to bash the mailman, but come on, man. I mean, the whole block wasn't going to get their mail. I mean, on a Wednesday? That's absolutely ludicrous. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon, and so long.